The number 4 is attending lectures. You see, this is what's going to happen to some of you, and probably some of you have experienced this before. Maybe you wrote the exam the first time and you got maybe 34. Then you sat for the exam the second time, then you get 25. Then you sat for the exam the third time, then you get 28. What do you think is happening? The reason why some people experience this is that it's the complacency mindset. Okay? The complacency mindset. Because you see, especially the people who write the exam and get above 40, but below 50. Let me see if I can remember this mathematics. So this is it. Greater than 40, but less than 50. The trap is that maybe you got 44. In your mind, oh, I'm left with only 6 to go. 6 bibia. I can do some little shabo. No, I will get it. Debbie. It is not like the 44 is there. So that this semester, when you write the exam, we will add 6 to the 44, then you get 50, then you pass. No, that's not how it is. You're going to start afresh. And that is why attending lectures will be important. And sometimes when people have this kind of experience, what they do is they are like, oh, I have the notes. I'll just review my notes and I'll be okay. No, you don't need, that's not what you need. Because yes, you are learning financial reporting. The topics are still the same. Consolidation the same. IFRS is the same. Ratio analysis the same. The theory areas the same. Dealing with single entity financial statement the same. But your understanding may not be as required for the exam. And so what happens is that you need to ditch the complacency mindset. Oh, I was left with only 6 marks to go. Somebody got 47. Somebody even got 48. Heck, somebody got 49. I was like, why, ICA? You could have added 1 mark to it. No, you didn't get it. No, so your mind is going to tell you that, hey, last semester, I had the 49. So, I have my notes already. I'll do some shabo work. Then I'll be good. But here is the trap. And I say this all the time. If you put 10 people in a room to study for the examination, maybe only 1 person will pass the exam. The rest of them will fail the exam. Why? Because not many people have the discipline, the mindset, the attitude to do self-study. Because you see, you need to be held accountable. You need to be guided. You need to be mentored. You need to be motivated. Somebody should yank you. Someone should be around you. You should have somebody speaking into your life, guiding you, providing with the assistance that you need. You should have that urgency on you that, hey, I got to do assignment. There is a performance evaluation test coming up. There is a mock coming up. That mindset makes you to approach it as though you have never studied it before. And that is why attending lectures is important. So I wouldn't say do self-study, because it is not something that is for everybody. If you are somebody who is good, because funny enough, there are many people who don't even know how to Google things. Just something they are learning, and there's something they don't understand, and they could Google it, but they don't know how to do Google search. And because of that, they are stuck. Then they stop learning. Then they grab their phone, go on social media to do something else. Why? Because it is not everybody that has that approach, that understanding, that mindset, that personality to sit down and say, hey, I'm going to study on my own. I will get all the books that I need. I'll get all the materials that I need, and I'm going to hold myself accountable. Nobody is around me telling me anything, but I'll write, I'll do self-study and pass. Yeah, people have done it, but it is not for everybody. And so for the most part, for the 90% probability of the people who are going to be failing self-study, I would say attend the lectures. And I don't want you to just pay money, attend lectures, and feel, I had 44. I had 48. Or heck, I had 34. I know some of the things already. It was, let's say, something small, no, then I'll pass. No. Then you are going to go and fail the exam again. And that is where sometimes some people, not a lot of people, but some people will be on this journey for a long time. Because yeah, they may attend lectures or they are not attending lectures because they feel, oh, last semester I had 40. I was left with 10. So you there, this semester, let me wait 2 weeks to the exam, then I'll do something. Especially those people writing strategic case study. They are like, oh, what am I supposed to learn? No, but you don't know the models. You don't know the framework. You don't understand the financial issues. So you have to make time to attend lectures. So I would say, drop the complacency mindset. You're going to study like you have not studied this before. Yeah, you failed. You got 34. You got 28. Heck, you got 48. That doesn't mean you know a lot. Like we said, there are a lot of factors that may be contributing to that. Maybe your speed and accuracy. Maybe you froze in the exam hall. Maybe your strategy. Maybe the way you answer the question. Maybe your approach. So as you do the reflection, you re-strategize, then you're attending lectures, then the new things are going to come. I don't know if you have experienced this before. Sometimes there is something you think you know. But when that same thing is being taught again, you have a different understanding of it, which is much better than you had earlier. And that is what you have to do. And it is a difficult thing to do because it's not easy to pretend like you don't know something when it is being talked about, so that you act as though this is the first time you are learning it. It's not easy. It's a psychological strength you have to build. But that is what you need in order for you to pass the examination. So I will say attend lectures. For 90% of you, I would say attend lectures. Yeah, I know you got 48. Yeah, I know you got 34. Yeah, you got 28. Heck, some of you got 10%. I know. But don't think that, oh, because I got 44, I'm left with only 6 to go. The whole thing is 100%. And you got 44. Or you got 28, or you got 34. It tells you that there is a greater percentage of the questions that you got wrong, which means the strategies that you adopted, the things you did in the exam, or there is a greater portion that you screwed up. So instead of looking at that smaller portion that you got, the 30 marks you got, the 34 you got, look at the bigger portion of the part that you did not get. And then work on those things so that you go in much prepared, much better, and do not think about, oh, the pass mark is 50%. When I do something small now, I'll pass. You will go and fail. Yeah, the pass mark is 50, but think and behave as though the pass mark is maybe 90%. Imagine you see the ICA exam as the pass mark is 90%, not 50, 90, and you got to trick your brain. And that is another psychological strategy you have to adopt. You see, your brain doesn't know what is going on. Some of you, as you're on this call, you are doing something else. Or maybe you are studying and you are a thought comes into your mind. So you have to consciously guard it and determine what it should be focusing on at a given point. That's the thing. So you got to trick your brain that to pass the ICA examination, I need to get 90%. So maybe you are sitting for public sector. You are sitting for strategic case study. You are sitting for management accounting. You are sitting for financial management. Trick your brain. Put it on your vision board and trick your brain. Tell yourself that the pass mark for the ICA examination is 90%, not 50%. This is the strategy. This is the medicine. This is the goal. When you tell yourself the pass mark is 90, to get the 90, you have to work hard. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the sacrifice. You need to go the extra mile. You cannot be ordinary. Why? So that if you aim at 90 and you are falling, at least, maybe you can fall up to 60%. Have you passed? Hell yes. You've still passed. So you tricked your brain, you tricked yourself, you tricked your mind that the pass mark is 90. Because of that, you work hard, you attend lectures, you do assignment, you do performance evaluation test, you watch every video, you are learning, you make time to study, you've outsourced a lot of the things that you're doing. If you are falling from that grace, you will fall and you will not fall below 50. But if your mind is, oh, I see the pass mark is 50%. Oh, Charlie, 50% there, Charlie. At least if I answer 2.5 questions, I'm done. And it will surprise you. Some people go into the exam hall with that agenda. Oh, I only need 3 questions. Charlie, me, the exam that I'm going there, Charlie. The exam that I'm going there, I just prepare for 3 questions. So you know the CRA, I'm just prepare for 3 questions. The ratios, Charlie. The ratios, and then I'm going to just do the consolidation. Then, Charlie, I will also look at the specialized transactions. Charlie, I've mastered business valuation and financial reconstruction. I mean, Charlie, those 3 areas, boom, I can pass. Then they go to the exam hall. Then the consolidation question that comes is a mafiosos consolidated question. Something they didn't know the examiner could ask. The structure of the question, the type of the question, they are like, I thought I learned consolidation. No, you didn't learn. You were doing flexing. Then they look at the ratio question. What the heck? I thought I learned ratios. No, you didn't learn. You were lazy. Then the specialized transaction, they saw the question, they are like, Then they know they failed. They know. And for some of you, when you leave the exam or after the exam, you know that this exam there, Yamutu, you failed. But you can't be honest with the people around you. So you rather blame outsiders without taking total responsibility for the mess that you have gotten yourself into. What am I saying? What I'm saying is this. Yes, you failed the exam. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good experience. I can empathize with you on that. But you got to understand that this is not the end of the journey. This is part of the journey. So you got to change your mindset. Don't give up. You got to go again. But that will require reflection, because if we don't know what you did in the past that made you fail the exam, we cannot plan for the future. And so my students will tell you, I have them on a call, I message them. Somebody says they have failed the exam. The first thing I ask them is, what the heck happened? Did you have any challenge? I am allowing them to reflect. And some of them, I even tell them, hey, sit down, relax, grab pen and paper and write down. What do you think happened? Did you really prepare for the exam? What happened in the exam? Or reflection. Once you get that, please, you got to re-strategize. What worked, what didn't work last semester, don't do it again. So you have to re-strategize. And then number 4, I beseech you, brethren, that you attend lectures. Yeah, you failed the exam. Yeah, you got 47. That doesn't mean you need 3 more to go. You will start all over again. Like I was telling you about Arsenal. Over the last 4 seasons, they've been playing excellently. And they just look at the trophy. They are close to the trophy, but they don't get it. The following season, the English Premier League doesn't come and say, oh, Arsenal, last year you got 87 points. Oh, what a nice point. So we'll start this year. No. Everybody starts from 0. That is why you have to also start from 0. But you have an advantage over somebody who is coming new. What's the advantage? The advantage is that you have the experience. You know what it takes to win. Again, go to the English Premier League. For those of you who are into sports, some of the teams that came in the 2024-2025 season, they are going back to relegation. Why? Because they don't have the capacity about how the English Premier League works. They don't have that capacity, and they are going back. They will be going on relegation. But the teams that have been in the game for some years, like West Ham, Wolves, Everton, and co., they understand and they know what has to be done to be or remain in the league. And that is the opportunity you have, that you've written it before. You know what it is like. You understood or you experienced how, you know how you felt in the exam hall. So now, if you are going for the second time, the third time, or the fourth time, you have that experience on your side. And that is your secret weapon. And so that experience with better strategy, attending lectures, being guided, being mentored, being provided the necessary strategy will put you in the position to go into the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and pass the examination. And so this is what I want to share with you today.